Hi, my name is David Folletti. I'll be your instructor for the criminal law class for spring 2015. I'd like to welcome you to Cali College. If this is your first class in the college realm, I welcome you and hope that you enjoy it. We're going to be using the Principles of Criminal Law, the fifth edition. I'll go over that a little more in detail. You'll see that under your course essential information as far as which book to go. There's also a website to go to get your book if you didn't have a chance to get there. Some of the things we're going to be covering, we're examining the history, scope, and nature of criminal law, talk about parties to a crime such as victim, witnesses, and suspects, talk about offense classifications, criminal acts, go into intent and premeditation. Two pretty important terms, especially when you're dealing with homicide investigations, murder, first degree murder versus second degree murder, whereas first degree murder you have to have intent and premeditation, whereas for first degree murder, second degree murder, you only have to have the intent. So we'll go into that a little bit and talk more about it. Capacity to commit crimes, criminal defenses such as intoxication. That could be either someone who drank themselves or someone who had something put in their drink. Those could be defenses to a criminal act, or at least mitigators to a criminal act. And we'll talk about different elements of misdemeanors and felonies, and talk a little bit about infractions. So um, this video is just basically to introduce myself to you, let you know who I am. I'm with the KBI. I've been doing that for about 15 years now. Started out with the Raleigh County Police Department, Manhattan, Kansas, as a police officer, and then an investigator there after I got out of the Army. And then I came to work for the state in 2001, so I've been doing it for quite a while. I enjoy what I do, mostly work homicides, officer-involved shootings, public corruption cases, some child abuse cases. So I've done quite a bit. I've had a chance to travel around the country quite a bit and learn a lot. Hopefully that if you make a choice to go in the criminal justice system, whether it's as a police officer, as an investigator down the road, or attorney or something of that nature, I think these classes will be beneficial to you. Hope you enjoy the class. As I'll explain more in detail, if you need to get a hold of me, Blackboard's going to be the main means to get a hold of me since I've gone quite a bit. So I check that 2 or 3 times a day just to make sure that I can answer your questions if need be. So just make sure you get your book. You'll go to the Start Here on your website, the Blackboard website. Go through that Start Here. I've made the instructions, I think, pretty clear as far as how to follow that through. Look at all that information to include the background. If you haven't had a background check done on you, you have to have that done because that's a prerequisite for the course. So once you get done doing that, send that to me, or we'll get that sent in to the right people so that you can continue on with your course. I've got a pretty good course going. Law is can be kind of boring, but what I like about it is when you talk about the history, some of the early English common law that came over with us when we came to the United States and started up the colonies. So I think that's kind of neat to see the history back on that. And then we'll talk about just different various crimes, murders, sex crimes, white collar crimes, robbery, theft. So we'll go into those in detail. So a lot of the information on the actual course structure and the grading is going to be on the next video. Once you go into the syllabus, go ahead and copy that syllabus off first. That way you have something to read along with as I go through it. And read through that, see if you have any questions. If you do, just go ahead and get in touch with me through Blackboard, and I'll try to answer any of those questions if you have them. Some of the things that we need to do from the very beginning is you're going to have one discussion question, which is basically an introduction of yourself. So at the course content area of your Blackboard, go ahead and go into that and give me just a little bit about yourself, who you are, why you're going to college, and if you have goals, or if you're already in the field of law enforcement or the criminal justice system, tell us what your goals are from there. So welcome to Cali College. I look forward to a good semester. Thank you.